Hiya, it's Stone. I didn't think I would take this long to make another video, but then I stumbled back into a franchise that had taken up a lot of my childhood. That being Five Nights at Freddy's. So, what lured me back in? A certain fan game by the name of Five Nights at Frickbear's 3. Which isn't the focus of this video. As much as I would love to make a video on Frickbear's 3, I feel like it would be appropriate to start at the beginning. So, I'm going to talk about the original Five Nights at Frickbear's, and make my way upwards towards Frickbear's 3. So let's get started. Also, flashing lights warning. It's a FNAF fan game. There are going to be flashing lights. Be careful. Please. Five Nights at Frickbear's first released on February 18th, 2020, and was made using Scratch. Yeah, Scratch. The simplest programming language, I think. It reminds me of the fact that I actually got a Scratch programming book when I was younger. I should really try getting back into programming. I went off topic. Anyways, let's talk about each night. I'll put some words in the top left showing which animatronic I am talking about and a generalized description of what they do. But first, story. You play as Billy, who needs money for the complete Family Guy DVD box set. Yeah. Billy decides to work at the local Freddy Frickbear's Pizza, despite its reputation, because what could possibly go wrong? Now, let's go over Night 1's animatronics. Bonnie and Chica work very similarly, with Bonnie going to your left door while Chica goes to your right. Once their eyes appear and they start to play their audio cue, close the respective door. Once you hear a door bonk, that door is safe to open. These two make a part of the gameplay loop. Obviously. Why did I write that? Whatever. Introducing you to the fact that this game is very audio focused. While this does kind of make the cams useless aside from the music boxes, I feel the cams here are more so you can learn how these two work, in turn leading you to learn about the rest of the animatronics. I love these two. Their audio cues are distinct and mostly obvious, meaning it's pretty easy to tell when they are there. Foxy is in the room behind you. Hold your flashlight on him to make him go away. Foxy, on his own, is not much of a threat. We will get into what makes him a threat later. He has an audio cue when he's about to attack, so listen out for that. Foxy is effectively a music box, though his timer takes a while to tick down, meaning he's more something to take care of when nothing else needs taken care of. RWQFSFASXC, I'm pretty sure that's correct, resides in the arcade. Flash them with the flashlight when they start to materialize. They aren't hard to deal with on their own, but often can be forgotten in the chaos of later nights. They are, like Foxy, effectively a music box. I don't have much to say. They do go away fast enough, though. RxQ's design is my favorite in this game, as they look so goddamn goofy, especially when they are about to enter their point of no return. The puppet, like Foxy and RxQ, has a music box mechanic. But this one is actually good. The music box will slowly wind down over time. Just press the music box button before it winds all the way down and it'll refill. This is such a better form of a music box, and I love it. This makes every animatronic able to be way more aggressive while keeping balance. But genuinely, a music box has not been better. As much as I wish this game didn't have 3 music boxes, I still find this preferable to FNAF 2's music box. All of the nights have a code. Due to this game being made on Scratch and not having a save system, these codes are effectively progress. I'll show them in the top left. when I'm talking about at night. Night 1 is pretty easy. Everyone is so slow that you really die if you try, like I did to get the code. The fastest way to do so was to power out and... Wait, I forgot Freddy. Freddy is your punishment for letting the power run out, which results in a jump scare. Not much to say here. He doesn't do anything else. Power gets tight on later nights. Anyway, on to night 2. Mangle will play an audio cue. If it pans left, close the left door. If it pans right, close the right door. If it doesn't pan at all, put on the mask. Mangle adds quite a bit of chaos, as it can take a second to realize which side the noise is coming from. Mangle's static also makes it a bit harder to hear the other audio cues throughout the night. Mangle also takes a while to kill, to the point you should be doing other things, like tending to the music boxes while trying to discern what Mango's attack is. Nightmare Fredbear. I don't know if it's Nightmare Fredbear or Nightmare. The game is in black and white, so it's kind of hard to tell with palette swaps. Though I am pretty sure it is Nightmare Fredbear. Will show up if the building's temp goes too high, and will go away if the temp gets lowered by the fan. Nightmare Yon replaces Nightmare Fredbear night 3 onwards, and they don't lose their progress to kill when the temp gets lowered. Nightmare Fredbear is not a threat, as it takes forever for this guy to kill. Even if you forget about him, Nightmare Yon, on the other hand, will very quickly kill you if you forget to use the fan. So it creates some sort of cycle with having the fan on and off. Night 2 is pretty similar to Night 1. Pretty easy with not much chaos. Things are getting faster, though. Also, after every night, including the first one I'm talking about here, we get a short monologue from a strange, shadowy figure. Ominous, but I have more to talk about. On to night 3. Withered Bonnie and Withered Chica are literally considered the exact same animatronic in this game. When one enters, they will pull down the cameras and require you to put on the mask. Their kill timers are definitely longer than FNAF 2, which is really nice. These two actually have some of my favorite designs in this game. The general goofiness of the animatronics here lends itself rather well to making these two look very much like themselves, while also being very silly. Balloon Boy has practically the same mechanic as in FNAF 2, but in my opinion, done better. Balloon Boy will laugh, signaling you to put on your mask. If you do not, he'll take your flashlight like in FNAF 2, but will eventually leave. While I do find Balloon Boy to be very annoying here, especially since on one occasion he laughed right before I opened the cameras, meaning I lost my flashlight for barely any fault of my own, which always sucks. This can be a run ender on more difficult nights, though, as you can survive him taking your flashlight, but later on, that's going to be a problem. Endo is a poopy head. Endo will stand in the back room where Foxy is. If you see their face in the darkness, do not flash them with your flashlight. Endo has caused me so many deaths early on because of needing to prioritize getting to Foxy when he's literally about to kill me, and then Endo is just there. Endo is another of my favorite designs, because of that cute little face of theirs. Oh, and I'm using anti-mechanic to describe anything that won't kill unless you do something. Night 3 is a step up. Everyone is getting faster, and there's still 2 nights after this one. Let's see what awaits in Night 4. Golden Freddy, while being explained on Night 3, only really starts showing up on Night 4. He will show up in your office. You must boop the snoot before he kills you. You must click his nose before anything else, as his kill timer gets shortened if you put on the mask before honking his nose. He can be a threat if there's a lot you need to do, but usually he's not that big of a deal. Night 4 was rough. It took a while to do my first time through. This game does not play around, especially with its RNG. Getting a BB laugh right after dealing with the Withered can just mean death by RXQ. But in all the situations that happened to me, I lived. Though, barely. After night 4, the shadowy figure realizes that when you want something done right, you have to do it yourself. Night 5 starts with no one in the building until. Yup, we just got Wario'd. And now we must survive against Wario as the final boss. Wario has a lot of mechanics, and a lot of audio cues related to them. First off, Puppet, Nightmarion, and Freddy are still active this night. They are just considered Wario, though, but RxQ is not. So hey, it's only one music box. When Wario says he is going to kill you, close the door which his voice pans to. If you hear a vent bang, Wario will pop up in your office, and you gotta put the mask on. If Wario says go, then a mini Wario, or two, will have appeared in the cams. Flash them with your flashlight to make them go away. If Wario starts to do consecutive laughs, put on the mask. If Wario, not Mario, if Wario mentions to look at him, close both of the doors. That's all of his mechanics. And this night is such a goofy concept and feels incredibly silly, which feels on brand for a game called Frickbears. His RNG can sometimes be a lot to deal with, but it is still quite fun. I wasn't expecting Wario to directly be a boss in this game. I knew he was the guy monologuing, he literally does the Wario laugh, but I just wasn't expecting to get Wario'd. 10 out of 10, very goofy. If you survive night 5, then you get your paycheck. And as we go through the credits, I just want to say thank you for watching. I know this video was shorter than my previous ones, but I still hope you enjoyed. Anyways, but... Oh, right. Night 6. Night 6 has every single animatronic alongside Wario. During my first few attempts, I'd often freeze up after the first Wario attack, often resulting in my death to RxQ. This night gets hectic. A little too hectic. The main problem I faced in this night was this game's other wombo combo. Wario, with the mask, along with the Wizards halfway through. If this happened, RxQ would probably breach the arcade cabinet and kill me. I wish I could have been this night, but after getting to 5 a.m. multiple times just to die because of that combo, I lost motivation. It sucks making it that far just to die. And it sucks to have even been this close in the first place. But my patience is low when it comes to RNG. I'll definitely come back to it if I ever talk about the custom night. Just don't ask me to do Golden Frickbear. I already tried, and... Yeah, I died within 20 seconds, and I was overwhelmed within the first few seconds of that. I am content having beat Night 5, though, as I had a lot of fun, and it feels like a good stopping point. This game is phenomenal for being created in Scratch, and makes me so excited for when I finally play Frickbears 3 for myself. Overall, I love my time here. Mechanics mesh well together, though having 3 music box-esque mechanics kind of results in RNG being the bane of my existence. Anyways, and for real this time, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider pressing the like button and maybe subscribing. It would mean a lot. Well, I've been a silly rock. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to bed. Bye.